What has changed?
Nothing yet. All synods in the British Methodist Conference are meeting virtually or in person before June 2021 to take an indicative vote on the proposals in the report. These votes will be passed back to conference to give feedback regarding the proposals included in the report, which includes the proposal to permit same-sex marriages to take place in Methodist churches who opt in. The conference will vote on the proposals when it meets in 2021. You can find out more about the different proposals in a separate video.
How will my local church be affected?
If the God in Love Unites Us proposals are agreed at the Methodist Conference in 2021, your local church will be asked to have a conversation about whether or not to conduct marriages of same-sex couples in your building. It will be entirely up to the stewards and members about whether or not to opt in, and it will not affect your standing with the rest of the connection, no matter what you decide.
Would the Methodist Church be the first church in Britain to allow same-sex marriage in church?
No. There are other churches who already allow it, including the Scottish Episcopal Church, United Reformed Church, Quakers and some Baptist churches. In every case, local churches and ministers would have the option to discern what is right for them. It would be the same in the Methodist Church. We would still maintain good ecumenical links with all other traditions, whatever their stance.
What if I'm opposed to same-sex marriage?
The proposed new rule on marriage says that within Methodism, marriage is understood in two ways, one of which is the belief that marriage can only be between a man and a woman. Your understanding is therefore still honoured and recognised. However, it also recognises that others understand that marriage can be between any two people. The Methodist Church would affirm both these positions and make provision for them. The proposals recognise that Methodists hold different views on the subject of marriage, and because of this, safeguards have been added to make sure no one is coerced into acting against their conscience. No one is being asked to take part in a service or any other event that they would feel unhappy about. Opposing the marriage of same-sex couples will not affect your ability to be a member, hold office or exercise ministry. However, those who wish to welcome and celebrate same-sex marriages in their particular church will be able to do so.
Will I be forced to change my mind?
No one is being forced to change their view. These proposals ask all Methodists to recognise that we live in a diverse church. All of us are being asked whether we can live with people with whom we disagree and who will act in a different way to us because of differing convictions.
How will this affect ministers?
Like members and stewards, presbyters and deacons will not be forced to conduct marriages of same-sex couples. However, they will be asked to act pastorally towards any couple who seeks marriage, and to put them in touch with their district chair, who will provide them with information and support. In terms of stationing, there will not be special provision made in the process, but this may form part of the overall profile of an individual minister or church.
How will registration work?
Under the current proposals, it will be up to local managing trustees, in most cases the church council, to agree whether to allow same-sex marriages in their building. In England and Wales, this will mean contacting the local registrar to register the building and receive the necessary permissions and paperwork. In Scotland, it is slightly different, as premises are not registered, but managing trustees will still need to give their formal consent for the use of Methodist buildings.
What about local ecumenical partnerships?
Currently, all denominations involved in a particular LEP need to be able to give permission for registration for same-sex marriage to take place. So, for example, if the proposals pass, LEPs between the Methodist Church and the United Reformed Church could celebrate same-sex marriages, while LEPs with the Church of England would not be able to until the Church of England's rules change.
If you have any more questions about the God in Love Unites Us report, please do get in touch with Dignity and Worth at info@dignityandworth.org.uk.